Can we maybe get everybody to listen in real quick before Paul explains the game?
Stop what you're doing and listen to the BeatiDudes.
Exactly 0 people.
Nobody stopped what they were doing, not one.
I think I played it when there was 1 person.
I think America was watching.
Thank you.
She stopped exactly
All
what
of
she
America.
All of America.
Oh, yeah. BeatiDudes worldwide, but right now, BeatiDudes on location at a very special event brought to you by the Dallas Diocese. This is DCYC. What does that stand for?
Diocesan Catholic Youth Conference.
Is that right? It doesn't mean Dallas? It means
does
Dallas?
mean Dallas, but it doesn't.
Well, it often gets used that way, but Austin has a DCYC, various others.
Fort Worth.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the
I got
double
kicked
D.
out. I got kicked out of the Fort Worth one when I was in junior high.
And that was DCYC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Double D,
We've talked
Y,
about that.
double C. Hey, y'all, this is the
Nailed it.
BeatiDudes. My name is Jeff Shufflebein. This is a show for Christian men and women looking to grow in their faith while also making sure that it's fun, approachable, and don't be afraid to cry with our guest here today. So I'm joined by my co-hosts, Paul Kolker
Howdy, howdy.
and Nick Besner.
That one's me.
I pointed at the wrong guy. Listen, they brought in the big guns for DCYC. First of all, me.
Every time. Every
Just because
time.
you're wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one day I could show off my arms.
I
I've
can
been
see
moving. I've been
myself.
moving homes
Okay.
lately.
Okay.
Listen,
Look at them guns.
we have an MC here. Oh, wait, if you're walking by right now, we'd like for you to subscribe to the show. You could win in the drawing your very own pair of Crocs. That's right, you heard
Wooden
it.
Yes.
Crocs.
Somebody actually went and made the thing that Jeff accidentally misspoke like 4 episodes ago.
Crocs. Okay, so we're joined by the MC for tonight's event. This is where the big guns come in, or for the whole weekend. Gian Gamboa.
Gian.
Yep.
Although I kind of like the Guin.
I do have a friend named Guin, no joke.
Actually,
Guin Kendrick. No joke. He listens to the show.
is he Filipino?
He's extremely not. I mean, he looks like Chuck Norris.
How does he spell his name?
G-U-I-N. Guin.
Oh, it's,
How do you spell yours?
G-I-A-N.
Oh, I would have known that. Gian.
Yeah. You didn't see it written down
Yeah,
anywhere.
whoops.
That's it.
You know your phonics.
All right. Boop. Take 2.
Hey, as far as phonics go, say your full name, and then we'll say it back to you. We'll
Full
say
name.
Full
the
name.
whole thing, and then we all just got to
Filipino
go
accent
for
and
it.
everything.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to do it
All
also
right,
as long as you're
brothers.
not offended.
Oh, no. Jerome Giancarlo Alcantara Gamboa.
Jerome Giancarlo Alcantara Gamboa.
So that's like a solid 7.6 out of 10.
We'll
Hey,
take
I'll
it.
take it. That's
Man.
passing in most grades.
That's 76%.
Again, I went to school with the largest population of people from Laos in Texas. Laotians is what they're called. Most
Okay.
people don't
Yeah.
even know that word, Laotians.
Okay.
And my friends were Prasathniki Pingbong Champa, Kamble Famnaha, Suthong Sunyadeth. I mean, like, you name it.
Soon you death?
Yeah.
I'm going to take his. That's incredible. Soon you death.
I
Big
mean,
fan
it
of
was
Memento Mori.
Bundi Loongrosh. I mean, these guys, we were a force to be reckoned with,
That's
if you
good.
could say it. And they taught me a lot of bad Laotians. So I've been working my rest of my life to get rid of those bad habits.
So as y'all are like meeting new people, they're like saying their names, and then they're like, and this is Jeff.
Yeah. And then, oh, look, it's
Hey, it's soon
Jeff.
you death and Jeff.
They called me Sunya Jeff.
That's
Yeah.
good though. Y'all got my name. That's good.
Did we?
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
Close,
Gian.
close
I got
enough.
that one.
Yeah, Gian.
Yeah.
We can handle Gian.
Dude,
Which
you're
is-
wearing a members only jacket. You went 80s for the 80s theme.
I didn't even know this was an 80s thing. My older brother.
He's just, this is how I always dress.
So my older brother got this for me as a Christmas gift like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was like, that's a cool style. And I only learned the true story, like 2023 last year, I only found out this was a thing in the 80s. I was born 91, and so he's like,
Hey, you're in good company here. I'm
thanks,
a
brother.
90s,
Yeah,
90s
thanks,
kid.
brother. There you go. But so, yeah, so it's new information for me.
Brother.
That members only is like a.
Have you ever seen the Goonies?
Yes.
I know of the
that it exists. Okay.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
here we go.
I had older cousins, so we watched the Goonies.
I
all the
wore a
time.
members only jacket when I was young, and I would tell people to call me Mouth, and I would comb my hair as I walked through campus. Is that what you call your elementary school? Campus?
Sure.
Sure.
The hall.
School.
Hey, you're an MC at a very big deal. Like we walked in that room to take selfies.
Oh.
There's a lot of chairs.
It's a huge room.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, are you nervous?
Well over 1,000?
Am I nervous?
Yeah.
I think the first couple of times I emceed, I'm like super nervous, but I think it's like with anything in life, like reps, you get more and more reps in.
Yeah.
And then there's just like a freedom you feel like. I don't know if this is right, but y'all probably, maybe the first time y'all did this podcast, the first couple episodes, there was like and then with the reps, it's like y'all just feel free to be yourself.
Again, we forgot to record the
So-
first episode. So we got all those nerves out.
I
Is
go,
that a
Jeff,
true story?
I go,
Yes.
Jeff, turn the recording back on. He's like, I've never pressed that button
Yeah.
in my life.
Never done
We
that.
did halfway through a first episode, so 30 minutes that we had to re-record. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
That's good.
because of that
That's good
exact
practice.
because of
That's
that exact
true.
thing. Yeah.
Reps.
Hey, America, which is not just a country, it's also a person, said Gian needs to get closer to the mic.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Don't you make America mad.
Sorry,
Do it
America.
for America.
America and America. I'm
That's
sorry.
for all of them.
All
You know,
of the
my
Americans.
students say, I work in campus ministry full time, and they say when they're singing or speaking something, the phrase, I guess, of Gen Z, is that?
Sure.
They say, eat the mic. That's what they say, which means like get closer.
Get up.
Yeah,
on
you
it.
gotta
So, but they
basically
say, eat the mic.
chew on
They
that.
It's
all-
like when
they
they're
all
telling
say
you how to
that
do this.
Because
Right.
they all have a podcast. That's
Yeah,
the new thing.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Everything about this makes me feel old.
Right?
Hey, where do you live?
Austin, Texas.
Heard of it. And what? So you do ministry, and they're like, come MC events everywhere. Like, how'd you rock this?
Yeah, essentially, I mean, you're not that far off from what actually happened. In all honesty, Jeff.
Sounds like our life.
Yeah. So I've been in ministry, in terms of like not as a youth, but like someone serving in ministry since about 2014, starting in college ministry, and then 2016 to 2018, I joined this apostolate called the Culture Project.
Oh, it's awesome.
Y'all know the Culture Project?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that for about 2.5, close to 3 years.
Speaking in schools and stuff.
Speak in schools, yeah, schools,
Cool.
parishes, wherever in the country we're
Tell
sent.
people what that is. I mean, I know, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Culture Project is essentially this apostolate that's their mission is to spread the John Paul II's theology of the body, the Catholic teachings on the dignity of the human person, how we're meant to grow in virtue, and like growing in holiness is like a tangible thing you can practice daily. And the way we do that is like we're full-time missionaries. We work closely with like Focus Missionaries, Net Ministries.
Yeah.
But the way we do ministry is a little different. The main focus is speaking. So like, if you're going to ask somebody who knows about Focus, right, they do Bible studies and discipleship. That's the focus. Net Ministries, the one word is like retreats. For the Culture Project missionaries, it's speaking. So they'd send us out to schools, parishes, youth conferences, youth rallies, and we're speaking anywhere from 1 to 4 talks a day, 5-6 days a week.
Wow. So no wonder you said reps earlier.
Yeah. It's like, and before you even speak to your like first class or youth group, we intentionally spend about 3 months of formation. So they sort of plant us with the Benedictine monks at St. Vincent's College in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. We follow their entire daily rule of prayer. So you're up at 4:45 a.m., morning prayer, mass at 5:30 a.m. It's wild. And like all of us are straight out of college. Like, what is this? And then in the times where you're not doing liturgy of the hours or mass, you commit to daily adoration. It's like wild stuff. It was a very beautiful but like spoiled time in my life. They would bring in a lot of the kind of well-known Catholic speakers to spend anywhere from 1 to 5 days with us, and they would teach us the art of speaking to Catholic youth about theology of the body. So and this is not to like name drop, but this is just like to glorify God and His goodness. Like they would bring us people like Jason Everett and Matt Fradd and Brian Butler, Christopher West. We get to spend a few days with them, and then they're like, here's what we know, here's what we do, go. And then you're like practicing as a college graduate how to speak in front of these people. And so you do that for a couple months, and then you go back home for about a month or so to fundraise your salary, similar to like Net Ministries, Focus Missionaries. And then for the next 9 months of the school year, 1 to 4 talks a day, 5-6 days a week, getting the reps in.
Tell me, I know this all of a sudden turned into the Culture Project, but
Promo.
am I wrong that it also has an appeal that allows it to be put in secular, non-religious institutions, right? You can go in and speak at just Eagle Mountain Elementary, home of Jeff Shufflebine, and be welcomed in because it's not a Jesus talk.
Correct, 100%. So the way the talks are sort of structured is kind of strategic in the sense that I would say for the first 25 to 40% of the talk, you're just talking about human issues and bringing up problems that any human being from the ages of 14 to 24 can relate to. And then even when we present the solution, depending upon, are we at a Catholic school, are we at a public school, are we at a, we're teaching the principles of the Catholic Church, but in order to not have people shut off right away, there's not for certain locations, there isn't necessarily a big push on this is like a Catholic teaching for Catholics only.
Yeah.
But again, it's like knowing your audience, right? If we're at a very devout Catholic college or campus, then you put that
Go
all
for
over
it.
Yeah. So, but you're correct.
So you did that.
That's
wow.
so cool.
Well,
I've just heard. I learned about it right now.
Yeah.
Epic.
It's really awesome stuff. So then you get into what after Culture Project?
So 2018 is when I left because I proposed to my then girlfriend at 2017.
Hey now.
And it's funny, her one request to me when we were dating was like, do not propose to me when you are a missionary because you're fundraising your salary. You have no idea what you're gonna do after. And I was like, no problem, babe. And then that was summer of 2017, August. I made her a promise I wouldn't propose to her. And then 2 weeks later, I bought the ring. And then November, I'm like, I think she'll say yes. I talked to Jesus about this. She's gonna say yes. And then I proposed to her, and she says yes. And I'm like, oh, she went back on her word.
Don't you challenge me.
Correct. But the reason
Jesus' word stronger than your word.
it's true. The reason I share that story, that leads to the summer of 2018, where I'm at a decision point. Do I stay with the Culture Project? I discern I don't think it's sustainable to do full-time mission work while I'm, married, starting a family. Some people can do it. I just didn't think it was for me. And then so I went into youth ministry for a couple of years in my hometown in Southern California. Still did a little bit of speaking there. But then in 2020, I moved out to do campus ministry at St. Dominic Savio Catholic High School in Austin, Texas. And then in 2021 is when they'd heard about me in the Diocese of Austin and invited me out to their youth conference, emceed, spoke there 2021, 2022, 2023. 22, 23, and 24. This is my third year in a row with Austin's DCYC. And then I don't know if this is true. I might be making this up. But I think a lot of the event organizers in the youth ministry world all kind of have a secret society or a club.
Don't get
believe it.
blacklisted
I
from
believe
that.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So then,
Be on the green list.
Right. So I think over the last couple of years, I've just been very fortunate and blessed. My name's getting passed around. And so between 2021 and now, sort of just increasingly getting booked to speak and then MC. Those are the two main things I
Super
get
cool.
asked to do. So
When you speak, what do you focus on? I know MCing, you're kind of you're running the show and keeping it lively and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No doubt from the little I've interacted with you, you got that on lock. What do you speak about?
So the three main topics I get booked to speak on are how do you practically develop a relationship with Jesus in the Catholic faith? So being in the Catholic school world, campus ministry world, there's a lot of kids who grow up K through 12 Catholic school. They can tell you the teachings. They can tell you what the church believes, who the Savior is. They can even tell you what they believe in, but they might not necessarily admit that they belong to Jesus. They can say, I believe in Jesus. I don't know if I belong to him. I don't know how to belong to him. So kind of the first thing I get booked on is that, talking about how do you develop a personal relationship with Christ, with God, through the Catholic faith, and how everything in the Catholic faith is actually rooted in relationship. Every ritual we practice, every rule that is rooted in relationship. The second thing is your sort of theology of the body, chastity talk. And then third is a men's workshop, which I'll be giving tomorrow, twice.
Cool.
Shameless plug, but yes.
And so the men's workshop, the people at DCYC will split out and it'll just be men, or you're going to give a men's workshop to everybody in there?
No, just the brothers, just the brothers. So I think Mari Pablo is giving the women's workshop. I'll be giving the
yes.
men's workshop. And so, and it's one of my favorite things is give me a room of 500 wild teenage boys, because I can channel that energy,
Yeah.
If it's a room of 500 people, but the energy, it's harder to get that up versus give me a lot of wild, relentless energy, and we can it's
Do
so much
something with
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
How'd it go after she said yes? I'm so curious.
Yeah.
So I'm going back to 2017. I proposed. She says yes. My parents knew about it. They're like, great. My siblings are like, you got engaged? Wouldn't you, And then the next question, it was naturally, what are you going to do? How are you going to provide for a wife?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. And I said, I gave the most honest but cliche missionary answer, which is the Lord will show me when we get there. But right now I got 6 months of mission left. That's it. And I really, and this is probably not prudent when I look back, but I really did not really think of or make effort during the last 6 months of my mission year of what exactly what job am I going to have? I was when the summer ends, the Lord will give something.
That's right.
It's kind of reckless, but the Lord I just dove, and he's here you go.
It's funny, like, it's reckless if you don't mean it. It's
Yeah.
Sure.
probably completely prudent if you did it with a pure heart.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and if you're living your life steeped in prayer like that, I think
Right.
there is a way where you're in this kind of dance with God where you're not presuming on him, but you have this sense of the trust that, no, he is going to catch me because I haven't felt maybe that desperation or urgency to go check a bunch of lists and make
Yes.
sure, right? Because I have this trust that my Father's taking care of me.
I've never thought about that season of my life in that way.
Oh,
I've
awesome.
always said it's like, but I like that way better than the way I think about it. Of like, I was reckless, so thank you.
Yeah, no,
That's
but
epic, man. I'm like, yeah.
I told you I was just finishing up a short book on St. Maximilian Kolbe and his life, and one of the parts that really stuck out to me was he goes to Japan, meets with the bishop, and the bishop's like, well, we don't have any funding, we can't really help you, and he's like, that's fine. I didn't expect any. Mary will provide. Mother Mary, like that was his like. Mother Mary will provide.
He meant it.
And he meant it, and like he did so many things where it was like, I don't have the money, it's fine. Mother Mary will provide, and all of a sudden he had like nearly 1 million newspapers going out every day.
Man,
That's
the
wild.
book I just finished was the Mother Angelica, her last 10 years, like the
Yeah.
silent years. Raymond Arroyo talks about the impact she had post kind of losing her facilities and her energy. And her whole life is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
The rest of us, like, we put all these modifiers on it, right? Like, yes, but, I've been saying it about all this stuff I've been doing. Like, this is a great idea. It's also a terrible idea, and it might fail. And, part of this is like an abandonment of self, and then God provides.
When I first moved to Dallas, I was listening to EWTN a lot and the radio, and one of her quotes was like, I'm not scared of failing. I'm scared of like dying and then seeing what could have happened if I had just trusted more.
Trust more.
Yeah. That's so real.
Love it.
That's
Man,
so real.
what are you praying for that will come out of this weekend for everybody here at this? Well, that's our logo back there. Just wanted to point that out.
I love it. I was looking at that earlier. I'm like, that's epic.
Just so you know, that's the logo doesn't match the way we sit in real life.
No, but it's a beard ramp, so it goes from beardless up to most bearded.
I'd be to the left of you.
Yes,
I
yeah.
I
don't know.
This is like a good 2 weeks, brother. Like, I'm not even lying.
You worked
This
hard.
is a month and a half.
And I'm going to show you that like in like an hour before we officially start.
There's also an equation. If you add the 2 on the outside, it equals the 1 on the inside age-wise. Like the coolest
not-
60-year-old
Well, you
man
can
who's
also
ever
take
met.
the eyebrows from the 2 on the left to get the 1 on the
Pat-
right.
to patch in the hair in the middle.
There's so many hidden like symbols.
Yeah, this is a national
Yeah.
treasure in itself.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Okay, so now that I pointed at the wrong logo, the theme for DCYC is retrospect. There's this whole 80s vibe rocking. What is your prayer? Coming in here as the MC and the man speaker. I think that's what they call you.
Mansplainer.
I love that. Man speaker.
And now the man speaker again. Giancarlo.
Yeah,
Gian Pablo. Gambia.
No.
I love
Gambia.
it. Yeah, that's good. I used to when I was in college, I went through this like maybe 2-3 month phase where I'd always pronounce my
I can't wait
last
to hear
name.
where your brain just went.
Oh no, it's like so
Triggered something there.
I've always pronounced my name Gamboa, but I don't know if I watched the show on like these like Samoan people who pronounce it, but for like a couple months in community college, I just introduced myself as a Gian Gamboa. Like,
Gamboa.
Gamboa. Like I was like, maybe there's some Samoan in me.
You puff up to Gamboa.
Yeah.
You go. You're coming on the show later, big guy. All right.
What's up,
Hey,
brother?
if you subscribe, you can get your own pair of Krogs in the drawing. God, that was loud. Did you hear that?
That's good.
Court is
Attention.
now in session.
I might borrow that if I need like 1,000 people's attention.
that would
And
do it.
Listen up.
It's promotional for y'all too. I just clap it up.
Is it? I mean, the guy who made this, we asked him to make them blue with our faces, and they just took a sticker and shrunk it down and charged us money. Like, this is as dumb as the name Krogs. Hey,
Pretty
but
great.
at the end of the night, we're going to give it to whoever it fits their foot. It's
I
going
love
to be
it.
very.
It might look like a size 9, 9.5. That might be me.
You got an eye for Krogs.
Yeah. Is it a 9, 9.5?
Yes. Yes.
Put your foot up.
I promise.
Put your no.
You don't
Cinderella.
even question the word Krogs.
Cinderella.
Cinderella. There he is. Petro's coming on the show
Oh,
later. Hey,
my goodness.
let's do, before we kind of break off with you, can we do a quick game with you?
Yeah.
This
All
game
right.
is called Blessed Are the Joke Makers,
Okay.
for they shall inherit the points.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's 91. You said you were a 91 baby, so we're just
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
keep that going.
Can we maybe get everybody to listen in real quick before Paul explains the game?
Stop what you're doing and listen to the BeatiDudes.
Nailed
Exactly 0 people.
Nobody stopped what they were doing, not one.
I think I played it when there was 1 person.
I think
you-
America was watching.
Thank you.
Okay.
She
Yes.
stopped exactly
All
what
of
she-
America
All of America.
tuned
All right.
in. How does this
So,
work?
so we have a character card and a Catholic card game card, and as the character, we have to answer whatever the prompt is on this Catholic card game card.
Ooh, okay.
So the character that we're all going to be trying. Sorry, we're going to stay away from like vaguely political ones just to keep it easy. Okay, so as a sports star, we have to answer when Jesus comes again. He will talk about blank first. When Jesus comes again, he's going to talk about that epic Super Bowl win and about how I did that so swiftly, if you know what I mean. Swift.
Man, this is your go-to, Taylor.
Yeah.
I know your tricks. Okay, you're gonna have to vote. How many points are we getting?
91.
Oh, I better step
Yeah.
up my game here.
Yeah,
lot of
focus up.
points.
Focus up.
Go on.
Go for it.
When Jesus comes back, he's gonna talk about how I went and I don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Keep going. You're going for it.
And I nailed 3 Super Bowls in a row because they call it nailed. And I pulled off the Trinity three-peat of Super Bowls. He's going to call it the Trinity of sports accolades. Gamboa.
That's good. That's good, man.
Man, when Jesus comes back, he's going to come back and talk about all those athletes who step into the batter's box, make the sign of the cross. About to kick that field goal, make the sign of the cross. And he's like, dude, I don't care about your sports.
3 points for Jesus. Hey, Gian, you got to pick one of us that gets 91 points that nobody cares about, but we do. We're actually almost at the end of season 1. I don't even know when this is going to
Season 2. We're almost done with season 2. Yeah.
Are y'all actually keeping track
We
of
do.
it?
Yeah.
We
Like
have,
actually-
we got a
Somebody
guy.
we know
We've got a
does.
guy.
You got like a stats
Yeah,
guy?
Yeah.
He actually breaks down like the mean, median, mode, all of that.
Hey, in fact, I'll give you
Yeah.
5 points for asking, and it'll be on the YouTube the next time when you watch this episode. He'll
Ian's
give
got
you
5
5 points
points.
until the end of the season.
Okay.
I actually
Thanks.
think this might be season 3. I don't know.
Oh, we're season 2. Oh, this.
I mean, like when
this
this comes
episode.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it might be the kickoff. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's right. This is
Oh,
the
you're gonna
kickoff.
have these points for a while then.
Yeah.
This is good. Y'all are so much fun, man. Okay, so I got to choose.
A
Yeah.
person.
Somebody
Yes,
wins.
it's just whatever tickled your funny bone.
Okay.
What Gamboa'd you up?
Can I be honest? So I know who I want to choose, but I can't remember
Their name.
My
who's
name is
Paul and
Nick.
who's Nick.
One has eyebrows, one has hair, and one is old. So
Okay.
just say those words.
Eyebrows.
Paul.
Okay, hair.
Hair.
Yeah, Paul.
Paul. I
All
think Paul
right.
crushed it.
I
Thank
think, I think
you.
those 91 points just go to hair. Can we footnote that, Christopher?
Yeah, he will. He will footnote that. Thank you, Gian.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Congratulations, brother. Well, listen, we're close to.
I can't start season 3 in a deficit. The team at Aquinas Wealth Advisors believes that good values and good returns are not mutually exclusive. Using a tech-smart and morally sound approach, they provide investment alternatives that align with Catholic teachings without sacrificing returns. These days, faith-driven investors are finding it hard to know where their money is going. They have no visibility into what their dollars are supporting, but there's a better way. Thanks to the Faith and Finance Score from Aquinas Wealth Advisors, you can look into your current holdings to see what you're supporting and make a switch to an advisor that aligns with your values and gives power to your voice. Check out AquinasWealth.com today.
Hey, y'all, this is Jeff Scheffelbein. When Nick and I set out to start our new company, Undivided Life, we were really concerned about how would we cover the healthcare needs of our growing families, and we were so excited to find a company that fit both our medical needs and our faith beliefs perfectly. It's called Solidarity HealthShare. It is an ethical alternative to traditional health insurance. We're never part of sharing in the medical costs of anything that goes against the teachings of the Catholic Church, making it a great alternative for Catholics and Christians alike. Solidarity is very affordable, which is perfect for a large family or for a new and growing business like the one we've started. So visit joinsolidarity.com today so that you can get started with us.
Hi, it's Paul Kolker from the BeatiDudes here, and I just wanted to share with you guys that I also, outside of the show, perform improv comedy on a regular basis with a group called Divine Comedy. So what we do is we come up with everything on the spot, so whether you're looking for faith-filled, fun, family-friendly comedy for your youth night, or whether you're looking for clean comedy for your corporate event, Divine Comedy can perform for your group and even get you in on the action. So if you'd like to hire us to come out and perform for your next event, check out DivineComedyImprov.com. Divine Comedy, an inferno of fun.
I know. Listen, for being our celebrity guest judge, we usually give out, do you know Sacrilegious?
I love soccer.
We give out socks from Sacrilegious,
Epic.
and we love giving these out. We didn't bring our stash, but guess what Sacrilegious went and did?
Dave Moore
They
socks.
made socks for Dave Moore. Do you already have them?
No.
Okay, you are getting, as our celebrity guest judge, Dave Moore socks. This is potentially future saint,
I
potentially just great guy that recorded some amazing. In fact,
Amen.
we'll play another one of his songs here in a
Yeah.
second. But this gives a description of Dave Moore on the back.
It's incredible.
That is pretty incredible. So for any of you BeatiDudes listening, you can get your own socks. Sockreligious.com/BeatiDudes for 10% off. BeatiDudes with a D. You're a BeatiDude.
Thank you.
Let's play one Dave Moore song, and then I
Sure.
want you to take us home with some inspiration for the man talking. The man talk.
The man speaker.
Okay, but to get you in the mood for it, I'm going to play a song that's just going to get you kind of pumped up, okay?
And then, to clarify, you want me to just...
Just share some wisdom, some insights.
I'm basically about to give you 20 seconds to think about it.
Okay.
You ready?
Just talk to dudes.
Take us home.
Yeah, talk to
Here we go.
Awesome.
Is there a delay?
Don't stop believing, no matter what you're feeling. Subscribe to the BeatiDudes.
You got to subscribe to the BeatiDudes.
Absolutely.
I just subscribed before I got here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, put your name in the hat for
I
some
will,
Crocs.
brother. I will.
You can win those Crocs. They could all be yours.
All right.
I like them.
I'm a 16-year-old man,
Okay.
but I'm a budding man.
Yeah.
Gian's up there. It's for the man talk at DCYC. We're having retrospect. What do you want to say to the mans?
Yeah, I would say, I think for the majority of 16-year-old men, and, when I was 16, same thing, I think we all feel like we need to be someone that our friends and family approve of, and then when we're that man, we'll be happy. But I think even at the age of 16, for a lot of guys, there's like a core desire of either what you want to do or what you want to accomplish or the kind of man you want to be. But there's a lot of times, a lot of youth I've worked with, there's a fear to go after that because what if someone thinks this or what if I fail? And a lot of teens I've seen where they just go for it, and it's like you just rip off the masks and be like, if I can get to know the person of Jesus and like really rest in my identity in him, there's a freedom to go chase the man that God's calling me to be, regardless of what my friends or family might think. And I think there's strength in that. So I just want to encourage you guys to do that. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's a freeing thing to do. And I think when we do that, we allow God to achieve things through us that we just never imagined. So yeah, go courageously do that.
Awesome.
Remove the mask. You heard it from Gian Gamboa.
I like Gambia now. I might
Gambia.
just change my name. I might, brother.
Listen, I'm Jeffrey Sacagawea, so there's a lot going on here. It's not offensive. It's on a quarter or something.
It's a dollar.
Definitely a dollar.
Don't 4X me. Guys are always trying to 4-up me. Why is everybody coughing? What
I
just
don't know.
happened?
I don't know.
I'm just laughing.
Oh, I'm laughing too hard.
All right, listen. We are going to see you leading these men through an incredible journey on this weekend. And for the rest of you, we will.
See you in the Eucharist.
God bless America.
Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to join us at our undersized table, subscribe to the video version of the show on YouTube by typing @ that's the symbol @, so shift and 2 on your keyboard, @the_BeatiDudes on YouTube. We'll see you there.
This podcast is part of the Spoke Street Network. For more great podcasts, visit spokestreet.com.